On the weekend I had lots of fun, it was amazing, I did lots of things and it was epic. That is what my brother would call it, he is funny. I did these things. On Friday it was the Harbour Festival, it was in Queen Square. We were at a big stage and I was with my friends Bevan and Dan. They were DJing when the band stopped and I was rapping. I like rapping and Bevan said I could do it. There was lots of people there and the sun was shining, so everyone was happy. But then I was told off by a funk legend. He is called Pee Wee Ellis. He played with James Brown and with Van Morrison, who are both very famous and very old, and James Brown is dead now. Pee Wee Ellis looked at me because I was rapping and he wanted to play his saxophone to check it worked. It is called a sound check. And I was rapping when he wanted to do it, so he stared at me and he said, "Shut the fuck up." And I did. And after Pee Wee Ellis had played his songs, I shook his hand and he smiled and he wasn't angry at me anymore. And then me and Bevan and Dan went back to the stage and I was rapping again and everybody was cheering and there was lots of people there and it was hot and sunny. But then we had to stop because it was 10 o'clock and the council said everyone had to go home, but nobody went home, but we had to stop playing anyway. I said to the crowd, "Rock the spot till the break of 10 o'clock, because that's when we close, yo. That's when we close." That's like what one of the old rappers in America would have said, like Q-Tip or Fife Dog from Tribe Called Quest or Old Dirty Bastard. There were so many people looking at us, we couldn't see anything else, only the people, and I liked it. Then me and my friend Adam went to the old Duke. It has got cobbles outside. Cobbles are like stones but round, and everybody likes them, but not when they're on their bikes. Me and Adam put our bikes away from the cobbles next to the toilets. When I went to the toilets, there was a man shaking the toilet when his friend was inside, which wasn't very nice, but then the man inside came out of the toilet and he was laughing with his friend. Grown-ups are silly. And then we went to Mr. Wolf's. Our friends Finn and Paul worked there and we had some cider and it was loud. Then we cycled home and it was lightening in the sky, but we weren't scared. It was exciting and Adam said it was a poor tent and I didn't say anything because I didn't know what he meant. Then on Saturday it was the Harbour Festival again and I was at the grain barge playing my guitar and rapping and singing. It was raining but there was people there and they didn't mind the rain, but the stage was wet and the sound man had to cover everything so it didn't get wet because he said if it gets wet it will blow me up like lightning and I will be dead. When I was playing my songs, a man came to the stage to tell me a joke. He was walking in a wavy line and I couldn't hear what he was saying, but he told me a joke. He said his psychiatrist told him to lie on the couch and he asked why and she said she had to sweep up. I didn't get it, but the man laughed a lot and he nearly fell over. My friends were there and I was talking to them and having fun, and a man from the army came and asked me if I was in the army because I played a song about soldiers in the army, but I said I wasn't in the army ever before, but the man said, "How did I know?" I said I didn't know, I only guessed. And my girlfriend was there. She is very pretty and she is real, and just because you haven't seen her doesn't mean she isn't real. She is. She goes to a different school. She lives in a different town. She is real. She was dancing with her friends and they all had nice hair like ladies from when my mum was a little girl. Then I had to go home and practice because the next day I was playing at a wedding. The wedding was on an island in a hotel in Devon. It was pretty and everyone was smiling. It was hot and everybody was panting like a dog does and then saying, "Isn't it hot? I am hot, are you?" And I went on a sea tractor. A sea tractor has big wheels to go through the water. It was high and I could see the sea and the cliffs. I like the cliffs, they are tall and windy. The coast is my favourite place because you can see a long way out to the sea and there was no cars. The hotel was very fancy and one man said that the toilets was nicer than his house and everybody laughed, but I thought it would be good to live in there because it was Very clean and didn't smell bad or look like toilets. It had Art Deco stylings and checkerboard tiles. I got a train all by my own to go home, and I got home and had a drink and went to bed, and it was warm. And then on Monday I had to go back to work, and I wasn't sad because I had an epic fun weekend to tell you about, but now I am a bit sad. Sometimes I get sad, I don't know why. And if I get to have another epic weekend soon, I will be happy again, and I will tell you about it. By Clayton Blizzard, age 38. Thanks.